y'all doing today? I thought I'd do this topic on AIDS. This is a serious topic, but I don't hear many people speaking about this. It is still a problem throughout the world globally. So I'm gonna do some statistics for y'all, and hopefully we can learn some things together. Global HIV statistics: 37.7 million people globally living with HIV in 2020. So that's a large number, that's a huge number. 37.7 million. 1.5 million people became newly infected in 2021. Just last year, almost 2 million people. 680,000 people died from AIDS in 2020. These ain't no facts from now, but y'all know, what I'm saying, things rise over time. 27.5 million people were assessing antiretroviral therapy. 79.3 million people have become affected since the start of the epidemic. So far, 36.3 million people have died from AIDS. People living with AIDS. In 2020, there were 37.7 million people living with AIDS or HIV. 1.7 million were children from 0 to 14. So it's not just affected, it doesn't just affect adults. So we have to educate our children about that as well. We don't want our teens out here having sex, but we need to educate them about sex as well, and protection too. 84% of all people living with HIV knew their HIV status in 2020. Okay, so let me see if I can find some new stats. New HIV infections have been reduced by 52% since the peak in 1997. It was newer then. Since 2020, around 1.5 million people were newly infected compared to 30 million. I'm not going to do the deaths. Okay, so I'll say this: 93% of new HIV infections outside of sub-Saharan Africa. In 2020, key populations, sex workers and their clients, gay men and other men who have sex with men, people who inject drugs, transgender people. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just reading it straight off here. And their sexual partners accounted for 65% of HIV infections globally. 39% with new infections were in sub-Saharan Africa. 35% of people are higher among people who inject drugs. 34 times higher for transgender women. 26 higher for sex workers. 25% higher for gay men and other men who have sex with men. And that's just, what I'm saying, of the LGBTQ. But I'm saying statistics for straight people too. So I don't want anybody to think, that this video is aiming or targeting anybody. This is for everybody. This is globally. Women. Every week, around 5,000 young women aged 15 to 24 become affected with HIV. More than 1/3 of women around the world have experienced physical or sexual violence by an intimate partner, or sexual violence, or non-partner at some time in their lives. In some religions, women have experienced sexual violence 1.5 more times to acquire HIV than women who are not acquired that violence. So this site is finished. I'm going to go to the statistics for African Americans. This is important info. There was some huge numbers that we just heard, though, y'all. We have to educate ourselves. Even, those who have been affected, they need to make sure that they're not infecting others. And the ones that haven't, they need to make sure that they know that it's people out there who do have it. And, I'll be praying for everybody on both sides. So, y'all, let me find these stats for y'all. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and read this. and see what it says. African American people account for a higher proportion of new HIV diagnoses and people with HIV care compared to other races and ethnicities. I figured it was going to say it, and this is why exactly I want to talk about it. In 2018, Black African American people accounted for 13% of the U.S. population, but 42% of the 37,968,000 new HIV diagnoses in the United States.